All right, I just pressed record on my camera. As a beginner, this was the hardest part when I first got started on YouTube. What I'm gonna do in this video, I'm gonna show you how to make your first YouTube video. As a beginner, I'm not gonna waste your time. Let's jump into it. All right, the fact that you decided that you wanted to make videos on YouTube, you should be really, really proud of yourself because not too many people could do this. I got some simple, easy tips that work for me, and I'm still learning every day. So this is not a end all be all, but let's jump into it. All right, this is still hard for me. So this ties into the first one, overcoming the fear and letting go of perfection. Your videos do not have to be perfect. I repeat, your videos do not have to be perfect. Once you overcome the fear and hit that little record button on your camera, you have to just speak how you feel and forget about the forget about the mistakes. I still make mistakes. I still pause. I still correct myself mid video. I still laugh at the fact that I made a mistake and I know I made a mistake in the video after I uploaded it. But once you overcome that fear, that doubt of how I'm going to make these videos, how I'm going to edit, how I'm going to, get the best camera quality, it becomes easier. You decided that you wanted to create content. That's a big deal. Not too many people can do that. And even still, you got to overcome that doubt because guess what? If you don't make the video, how is this all going to happen? Just post the video will help you get over that fear. Let's move on to the next one. All right, the next one, choosing your recording style. I'm not gonna lie, my favorite style is just setting up the camera, no edits, in my car. I feel comfortable here because one, the audio is always gonna be good. I also don't have to worry about people passing and stuff like that, or in my office space. When I first started out, I was a huge introvert. I still am, but you got to pick your style. If you want to do vlogs, if you want to do how-tos, if you want to set up a tripod, if you want to do action videos where you're doing POVs, there's so many different styles. There's so many ways to convey your message. There's so many ways to be creative. Just pick your style. Put the camera down, set on a tripod, and the rest will happen. You're already an expert at something. You need to broadcast that to YouTube so people can learn. You can learn how to do oil changes on the internet. You can learn how to build a PC. You can learn how to create YouTube videos. You can convey your message. Just pick your style and go right through with it. All right, let's move on to the next one. All right, the first thing after doing all that, I'm gonna be honest. Nobody wants to watch shaky footage. People want something that they can see straight on, set it up. Even if you use a gimbal like I am, I use the active track on the Osmo Pocket 3. Some people like it, some people don't. But keeping your footage stable and they can see you is important because people want to see the person that's conveying the message. We don't want to see footage that's all shaky and unstable. Use a tripod, use a stack of books, use a suction cup mount like I'm using now, or even just holding the phone. These cameras on your phones, the stabilization is impressive, but keep your footage stable. Find a spot. You don't have to go out and buy expensive gear. I've seen tripods on Amazon for like $10, $8. You just get a nice little tripod or make your own. You can use anything around your house. Like I said, use a stack of books, prompt your phone up. Long as they can see yourself, that's all you need. All right, let's move on to the next one. We're powering through these. There's a lot to unpack. Do me a favor, if you're getting value out of the video, drop a like. I appreciate you, man. I'm having so much fun doing this, man. You have no idea. All right, now this one is my favorite. Using notes with confidence. If you got to use your phone, maybe a Post-it, whatever, a piece of paper, you want to have a little planner, use notes with confidence. Don't be afraid to tell your audience, hey, I got some notes here. I want to unpack a lot today. I'm going to break these things down step by step. Let your audience know that you're using your notes to break down what you gotta explain. It's very simple because when you tell your audience you're gonna do something and you actually do it, you're being discerning about it and you're being upfront. It makes you more genuine, and it's all right. It doesn't have to be where you have to read it like you're reading a teleprompter, like you're a weather person. That doesn't come off genuine, and that's difficult. I still can't read a script, and it makes me feel more relaxed. It makes me feel like we're having a conversation about content, over coffee or something. Use your notes. It's all right. It's more genuine. It's more real. It's more raw. It's more authentic, if you will. All right. Now, I'm going to be honest. Do not go out and buy an expensive camera. I mean, I love cameras. I love gear. I love tech. Start off with your phone. This is all you need. This is all you need. A phone with the camera. Wipe down that lens, set it up with your tripod, and get some decent lighting. If you got to film in the daytime, film in the daytime. If you got to get a light, you can get lights for like $10. But don't go out and buy an expensive gear. I want to buy an FX3, but I'm not making Netflix documentary style videos yet. Fingers crossed. But use what you have. If you got to borrow a camera from somebody, hey, listen, one of my friends, they have a camera. I borrowed it when I first started out. And, eventually I went and saved up. And then eventually I was like, I'm going to just use my phone. And then I got the Osmo Pocket 3 later on. You don't have to go out and buy expensive gear. I mean, it is the holiday season, so you could go out and say, hey, mom, dad, or if somebody's buying you a gift for these holidays, maybe ask for a camera. There's nothing wrong with that. But work with what you have. It'll be easier because you'll understand how to use your phone right away because you've been using your phone for who knows how long, right? The iPhone hasn't changed that much when it comes to the video app. The Samsungs, the Googles of the world, it's literally a button you press and you could adjust everything on the fly because you've taken photos of your family, you've videoed cats and dogs and stuff like that. Use what you got. The phone is plenty. All our phones, I should say, are in 4K, 1080p, and YouTube works perfect with that. All right, let's move on to the next one. I'm going to be honest. This is another one. Prioritize clear audio. People will settle, and this is cliche, people will settle for 1080p, 720p video, but if they can't hear you, it's kind of going to be hard to deliver your message and people to stick around. Focus on clear audio. The first thing I would invest in is a good microphone, or keeping it simple, film in the car, put the windows up, make the climate real comfortable, or film in your home. You could film when your family's out, film in a nice space, even if you have to sit in a hallway, a closet, sitting on the floor. It doesn't matter. Focus on having clear audio. Clear audio is going to help you deliver your message. I was nervous, but I was audible in my first video. I still cringe over that video, man. Focus on clear audio. People want to be able to hear you. They don't want to hear static. They don't want to hear noise and things like that. Some people listen to videos with their AirPods while they're driving, podcasts, things like that. They want to be able to hear the clear audio and hear that message that's being delivered. All right, let's move on to the next one. I just said, and this segues me into the next one. Pushing through mistakes. If you make a mistake in the video when you're first getting started, push through it, laugh at it. Just be like, you know what? That was a mistake. That was a big mistake. That was a big blooper. Keep those bloopers in the video. It comes off genuine. It's relatable. If anyone who has never made a YouTube video for the first time and they made a mistake and they saw your mistake and they're trying to aspire to do the same thing, they're going to be like, you know what? That would have been me. Keep those bloopers in. Make those mistakes. It's going to help you get better. It's going to help you deliver your message. It's going to help you improve your camera presence. Keep the mistakes in. I know it's hard, but I'm laughing because I've made so many mistakes and I want to edit, or I would just film all the way to the end of the video and I would just redo it. Keep the mistakes in. Trust me. It only gets better. All right. Let's move on to the next one. Now, this is a big one, and I'm going to unpack this in another video. But once you make your video, once you upload it, focus on the next one. Prioritize the next upload. I know you want to go into YouTube Studio and look at and keep refreshing and all that. I used to do that. Once you make that video and it's gone, answer your comments and things like that, questions. However, don't think too much about how that video went. That's one more rep in your journey in creating another video. Focus on the next one. Focus on creating content that is better in the next video. Maybe adjusting your lighting, getting the audio better. maybe your camera delivery, smiling, looking directly at the camera, trying those things. Don't focus on that one. That one is done. It's the past. Move on to it. Move on to the next one. Just like this segue to the next point. And this is the last one. And I'm gonna be honest, you have to, this is really, really important. You have to take pride in creating this content. You were discerning enough to decide that you wanted to be a YouTuber. You wanted to create content. You wanted to change your family tree. You wanted to start a business. You wanted to improve on something. Like I wanted to improve on public speaking. So I decided, you know what? I'm gonna use YouTube as a, how can I say this? You see, I make mistakes all the time. I wanted to use YouTube as a journey to show how public speaking can be hard, but if you keep doing it over and over, it only gets better. You know, pick your hill, decide why you want to do this. You decided to come on here, create videos about your passion, about your hobbies, about your journey, about hardship, on just to help empower somebody on the other end of the lens. Trust me, making YouTube videos as a beginner is super hard. It doesn't have to be. Once you press record, if you apply these tips, it'll be so much easier as you go along. Listen, if you got value out of this video, do me a favor, drop a like on the video, subscribe. And I really appreciate y'all, man. It's the new year and this is a perfect time to become a YouTuber and create content. I'll see y'all in the next one. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Peace.